Hey girls, gays and my non-binary bays. My name is V and welcome to my very first video. In today's video I'm going to be listing my number 1 K-pop comeback for each month of 2021. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. If you enjoy, please do consider subscribing. Is One releasing DD Dance right before disbandment was honestly like a last goodbye for WIZ*ONEs. I know Panorama is technically their last comeback, but this is their last release, so anyway, to be honest, I didn't even know this song existed until I accidentally heard it on some random Spotify playlist, and me being the sucker for Is One that I am, I was instantly hooked onto this song. According to the K-pop wiki, D-Dance is a dance pop genre song with a lively and rhythmic guitar and synth sound. The lyrics convey a message to those who dream of freedom from a dull and boring daily life, and the refreshing vocals of the Is One members are harmonized. It is expected to deliver magical travel to those who are tired of the frustrating and confined reality. I definitely felt like DD Dance was a fun and mystical start to 2021, and thus out of all the K-pop releases of January it is my favorite. Also, the fact that their disbandment was so soon wasn't helping my obsession with this song. It's fun, it's bright, it makes me want to dance at 2 a.m., which I may or may not have done. It is textbook Is One, and that's why I love it. 8.5 out of 10. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of most of NCT 127's music. A lot of it is noise music, which I understand some people enjoy, but most of their discography is not my personal cup of tea. But boy oh boy, I did not expect myself to love this song as much as I do. For one, Haechan, Jungwoo, Doyoung and Taeil's lines in the pre-chorus make me feel like I'm ascending into Kwangya. The second part of the chorus and the second and third chorus are heavenly, and that bridge with Taeil and Yoda is one of the best bridges I've heard in K-pop. At first listen I honestly despised the song, but the second time I heard it I was like, this is going in the saved playlist besties. Overall they came, they served, and they left no crumbs. 8 out of 10 because I didn't like Mark's rap. It felt bland and I preferred Johnny's rap verse instead. It's a crime that this has less than 50 million views. One thing you all should know about me is that Wavy was my introduction to boy groups, and the first boy group I properly took time to get into and enjoyed. Their discography is underrated and their vocalists are some of the best in the industry. So this being my first comeback with them, I was beyond excited. I grabbed my laptop when it was mid-afternoon here and watched the live showcase and the music video, and wow, was I not disappointed. The styling, the sets, the vocals, Xiaojin being my bias in Wavy and then absolutely blessing us with the pre-chorus was like a dream come true. Everything about this song is so beautiful. Besides the fact that SM hates win-win, but at least he served in the visual department. Remember besties, we got that kick back, and you know we did that. 8.7 out of 10. But I just wanna stay. I literally turn into a mangled zombie every time the drunk dazed chorus plays, in a good way. This being my first introduction to ENHYPEN, I was beyond impressed. Yes, I skipped listening to Give and Taken because I was scared I would hate it. The character development I've gone through because now I own both the Border Carnival and Dimension Dilemma albums. Drunk Dazed was revolutionary. It was a cultural reset. Everyone and their mom were vibing to this in April. Literally, because even my mom likes this song and she's very picky about music. The outfits, the styling, the sets, the vocals. The entire album had me listening to it on repeat during class, and it was my most looped song of 2021. Also, Nicki's post-chorus verse was iconic and lives in my mind rent-free 24/7. 8.9 out of 10. Please stop, Black Mirror. When I tell you this comeback made me absolutely fall in love with oneus. I was a casual oneus listener before this EP, and I had heard Valkyrie and No Diggity and thought they were pretty good songs. Binary Code is one of my favorite EPs of 2021. The styling, the vocals, the rap, just everything about this song is perfect, and I will never get over Xian's long hair. He is literally such a pretty boy, I will cry. Ito sang his heart out for this song, and you can honestly tell the effort and hard work put in by all the boys for this comeback. I have the album, and the photo book is one of the prettiest I have seen. In my defense, I own like 6 albums, but point still stands. Stan oneus. 9 out of 10.
Vamos a la fiesta.
And now we come to my birthday month. June was my favorite month in regards to K-pop because after being a listener of K-pop for about 3.5 years I finally began to dip my toes into new genres and groups, and it was honestly a really fun time. Omega X's debut with Vamos was really enjoyable for me. I wouldn't have expected myself to like it, but I did, and now my entire YouTube account is based on Jihyun. The group as a whole is really enjoyable and I love their comeback with What's Goin' On. The vocals and visual for the music video really served. If you don't know about them, I'd suggest checking them out. They're really talented and are all from disbanded or inactive groups. 8.8 out of 10. To be very honest, I didn't know anything about SF9 before this comeback, and the only reason I listened to it was because of Taeyang's live outfit controversy. And let me just say I was not disappointed. This is one of the most visually and audibly aesthetic comebacks of this year. I ended up checking out their releases after and before this as well, and suffice it to say I really enjoyed their discography, and it breaks my heart how underrated these boys are. The outfits, the sets, the production were all really high quality, and I'm honestly surprised they aren't more popular. Anyways, this was a perfect start to July and I love the title track. 7 out of 10. Now I'll start by saying I was definitely biased towards Queendom because it was our first comeback after a year and a half. But I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll be honest, this was one of the few times where I felt all the songs in the album were absolute gold. The kind of effect this song had on me was so evident. I was really doing the choreo in my sleep, and my alarm was La Dida Do Baba Dida for 3 months. Stan Red Velvet, Stan Pretty Girls Having Fun. 8.2 out of 10. I honestly don't know what to tell you besides the fact that this is one of the most fun end of summer K-pop songs I have ever heard. The entire vibe and energy this song has is just so refreshing. It makes me feel like I'm going out trick-or-treating or something. The vocals also slayed, and overall I really enjoyed this, and I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for future Purple Kiss releases. 8.5 out of 10. I, like most people, didn't like Savage on first listen, but I'm pretty sure all of us experienced next level syndrome and fell in love with the entire album. To be honest, I was torn between the Feels and Savage as my October fave, but Savage is just more iconic, so here's the Feels stage mix in the background as a tribute, I guess. Anyways, what can I say? Everything about Savage is just unbeatable. The pre-chorus vocals, Karina and Giselle's rap, impeccable, and I've never seen anything like it in K-pop before. aespa has really carved out their own path in K-pop despite being just a year old, and I'm excited to see what they do in the future. I cannot make this clear enough. If you have not already heard this masterpiece of a song, go listen to it before you finish this video. oneus's November comeback with Loona from their album Blood Moon is one of the best K-pop songs I have heard, period. The only way I can describe the song is that it feels like a gust of cold wind on a bright moonlit night. The entire song feels like a story of sadness and longing for a loved one. The mix of traditional and modern instruments is really just some of the best music I have heard in a while. The chorus progression is absolutely stunning. The first chorus feels like a soft introduction which is pleasant and simple, and then we are hit with the last chorus, which is a symphony of harmonies and alluring background vocals. The fact that this song finally got them their first win is so amazing, and I could not be prouder of them. My song of the year without any comparison. 10 out of 10. Now I know this might be too soon, but hear me out. As a huge Wiz1, my expectations for IVE's debut were pretty high. This song took my expectations and threw them out the window. 11 starts with a hypnotic percussive loop, and as the song starts, to pick up the pace it turns itself on its head right before the chorus and pulls back before skyrocketing into a powerful and memorable chorus. The contrast with Ray and Yujin and Iso and Wonyoung's vocals for the first and second chorus is genius. I love the vocals and the transitions they used for the music video. Overall, 11 was an extremely powerful debut and thus my favorite of December, and excited me for IVE's future. 9 out of 10. And that's it for the video. I really hope you all enjoyed my first video, and if you did, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, stay safe and drink your water.